Let me tell you the secret why women are always emotional. When God created Eve from Adam, He shared the 6 powers, which were in Adam before. He gave Adam logical power, physical power, and material power. I talked about this in our previous videos. Go and watch them again. But for the woman, God gave her spiritual power, emotional power, and social power. I have also explained the spiritual power of a woman in our previous videos. Go back and watch them. Do men cry? Yes. Do men feel happy? Yes. Do men feel sad? Yes. Do men have emotion? Yes. Now this is what happens. Men do feel emotions, but don't have power to process emotions. Why? That is because God did not give him the emotional power to process emotion. That lack of emotional power, that is what it means. That is what it means when they say men are not emotional creatures. It means they don't have that emotional power. But the woman, God gave her emotional power. She can feel happiness, she can feel sadness, she can feel pain, and also has the power to process them. That's why I say women are emotional creatures, meaning that they have power to process emotion. It is the process of processing emotion that weighs her down. Then she breaks into tears. And the man says, is it because of this small thing that you're crying? He says, you're calling it smarty, you're calling it smarty. The man looks at it from a surface level. He does not have the emotional power to process it deeper, to know how deep it really is. How deep it really is on the inside. He only sees the surface and says, is it this small thing? The man doesn't have that power. Man and woman, they are permitted to feel emotions. Why? Because they are human beings, they have flesh and blood. But no man on earth outside a woman, hear me, outside a woman, no man on earth outside a woman is permitted on earth to process emotion. That's not your job. You are doing the woman's job for her, and she will hate you when you try to do that. Women don't like men who are emotional. This thing I've explained to you is the reason why they do that. It means a woman's job, you are hijacking a job that is not your own. So they will hate you for doing that. Men are not emotional creatures. That is why the man dies. That is why when the father dies, the man looks at the dead body, walks past the corpse, goes inside the kitchen, carries his food, and starts eating. The dead body is there. He will not cry. He goes inside the kitchen, carries his food, and starts eating. But the woman looks at the same dead body and says, she's doing that. She's trying to process the feeling that death has caused. And it will never be over until the work is finished, until she has finished the work. They will tell a man that the man is acting like a woman. Have you heard that statement before? That is the meaning. When something good happens and the man gets excited too much, she will hate him because he is crossing his boundary. Be a man! Be a man! Stay where God puts you. When something bad happens, feel the pain as a human being. She's telling you sorry because of the physical pain that experience is causing you. But inside her heart, she's hating what you are doing because you are acting like a woman. You are taking the emotion and begin to process it deeper, which is not your job. It is her job. She hates it. Women hate it when you try to do their work. The man is emotional. He is trying to do the work that God did not send him. Leave it for her. You know the works are shared. Man, you take logic. Man, you take logic for you and the woman. Woman, you take emotion for you and the man. So the work of the woman is to process the pains of the man and the happiness of the man. So process the woman's duty is to process the man's emotion for him and then digest it, and then everything is over. This is why they say that women are emotional, meaning that they are given emotional power, which they use to break down feelings. You see, God is a wonderful God. Women are emotional creatures. Men are not emotional creatures. When you try to be emotional, she will hate you because you are doing her work. Just like men are logical beings, women cannot try to be logical. It's not natural. So this is why women are called emotional creatures, and that is why the women are more emotional. It is their work